comes to the COVID-19, what do you think of this trace? Does anyone have an answer? Okay, so if there is no opinion, so let's find out the answer in the following presentation. And give an applause to class 92!
Greetings everyone! On behalf of our class 92 today, we're going to talk about the coronavirus.
COVID-19, also known as the coronavirus, has been one of the fastest spreading diseases in recent history, and as of today has claimed the lives of millions. So, how did it spread so fast and where did it originate from? Well, on the 31st of December 2019, the World Health Organization received a report regarding a cluster of cases of viral pneumonia in Wuhan, Hubei, China. And on the 30th of January, with almost 8,000 confirmed cases across 19 countries, the World Health Organization declared the outbreak a public health emergency of international concern. Now, of the original cases found, 2/3 were found to have a link with the Hubei seafood wholesale market. And on the 13th of March 2020, the World Health Organization received a report from the South China Morning Post regarding a 55-year-old person from Hubei who may have been the first person to be infected. That's about it for the brief history. I will now let my friend present to you the current status.
Now, let's continue with the current status of COVID-19 around the world. The COVID-19 was only considered a disaster when it was spread out of China as a pandemic in Italy, Ireland, Korea, and Japan reported increasing numbers of cases. To the newest update from the World Health Organization statistics, globally, there have been more than 40 million confirmed cases, including more than 1 million deaths. The USA still confirms to have the most cases and deaths. As of October 2020, there were approximately 8 million cases and 200,000 deaths in the US, representing 20% of the world's non-COVID-19 related deaths. India is now the second worst affected country by COVID-19, which cases have surpassed 6 million marks in October. Brazil, with more than 4 million people infected and 140,000 people died due to the virus, is the third country which is badly impacted. The coronavirus has not brought death to the humanity, but it has also brought losses to the global job employment. I will let my friend continue with the future potential.
So, since in the last two sections we've already talked about how the virus came to be and the effects it is having around the world, let's talk about what will happen in the future. What are some predictions of this virus, and the ultimate question, when is all of this going to end? Well, according to scientists, a workable vaccine for the virus will be developed in probably about 18 months. In addition to that, many optimists believe that as long as the people follow the procedures given by the authority and quarantine accordingly, soon we'll see a rapid drop in new cases in the following month. Now, one problem that I'd like to address regarding vaccines is these articles about projects where they are claiming to be on the doorstep of a major breakthrough. And you know why this is bad? It's because it sets a false expectation that in only a matter of months, quarantine will be no more, which severely underplays the current situation. It plays down the seriousness of the coronavirus, turning into something trivial. And that is definitely not what we want. So the point that I'm trying to conclude here is that we don't know for how long this pandemic will last. So the only thing that us citizens can do is to follow the procedures, stay protected, and be more cautious, which conveniently segue into our next and last section of this presentation, which is safety precautions. What should you do to protect yourself from the virus?
Now, as of currently, the pandemic is slowing down. That's a good thing, but at the same time, people are really underestimating the potential of the virus. So with that being said, we've put forward some protective measures so as to prevent you from being infected with COVID-19. First and foremost, you should always wash your hands before and after meeting people. You should always use soap and wash your hands thoroughly. At the same time, you should use hand sanitizers and disinfectant wipes whenever you can. Another method is to avoid large crowds and crowded groups of people, for example, avoiding the supermarket at crowded hours. Otherwise, you should avoid touching your mouth, your eyes, or anything that would lead to your respiratory system. That's about it for the protection of COVID-19.
Okay, that is the end of our presentation. We hope that with our work, we will have a better overall of the situation of the coronavirus all over the world. Once again, thank you for listening and hope you enjoy your day.
Thank you for your amazing speech.